Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're back in Minecraft today working on the command center. We're going to be picking up where we left off on the windows on the midsections to see if we can sort those out. I want to try to do a little bit of work on the outside as well on where the command center touches the ground in the midsection. I feel like if I do a little bit of work there, it might help me design the higher parts. I definitely have some ideas about what I want to do, so I'm going to try to lean into those today. We'll probably look at some reference art and stuff too. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday? Question mark? Yes, Thursday, all day long. Herschel King, welcome back. Thanks very much for popping by. Hope to see you more often. SweetSandi, Nadila, and Dan Grice are also here. I'm sure Cosmic is lurking in the background. There will be a pink comment at some point that will reveal that they are here. It's like a mousetrap. You just have to watch this. We'll time it. I hate pink. I hate it. Wait. We'll see how long it takes. Anybody timing this? Bring out your stopwatch. that wasn't even a stream delay. Hi, Cosmic. that was fast. Well played. Well played. 4 seconds tops, right, Nadila? Oh, that's great. For the record, I don't hate pink, but it's fun to bait people.
You currently have up on screen.
Thank you. That was a mistake, but you didn't miss much. So I traded with villagers, and that's all I did. Whoops. Not surprising since I didn't know what day it was when I started streaming. Alright. So this is where we left off yesterday. We need to finish the top part of that. I think I'm actually going to make the elevator, so we'll use the honey blocks. It's not a difficult thing to move if we have to do it again. Oh, I need more orange glass. Frog lights, that should be everything. So the way that this works is this is the bubble column. Oh, right. That has got to be that. And then soul sand goes there. That is yellow. I think I did all honey. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be honey the whole way up, right? Yes. Right. This is the hole. No, that's the water. This is the hole. I think that's right. So I need soul sand.
You hate pink? Now you got a clip to let everyone know.
Thanks, Sandy. I appreciate the clip and the claptrap TTS sticker. I always forget how good that claptrap sticker is. I feel bad. Like I really wanted to play Borderlands 4 on stream, but I wasn't paying over $100 Canadian for it. It was something like $90 or $99 Canadian before taxes. Like it just, the games are good, but they're not that good. I just found it, and I watched a little bit of it. I think I watched Co-Carnage play a little bit, and it just felt like more Borderlands. Like it didn't feel revolutionary. Look at that. We're all set up. I just need a bucket of water. So there's frog lights behind here. Have to go around. Some games are so expensive now. 100%. You know, that would have worked well with the wrong lover sound effect. Man, wish someone had suggested that. Yes, I'm aware. So it is 3 at the bottom, and then it's every second one. And then up here, a little bit different. This is obviously going to be yellow. You can see it behind here. Well, no, this is going to be... This is going to be yellow? Yes. Yeah, and then these are frog lights. Key space. That looks right to me. Sort of. I've got it more exposed. It's alright. Do a different version. This is where we arrive. Oh, wait a minute. How does that work? Right, those can't be there. I feel like I've done this wrong. Oh. For starters, that's up too high. So that'll be a problem. Whoops. I did not lower this. All right, I have to go back to the drawing board for this top part. So this is the hole I come up, which means, how did I get that to work before? Right, because I've exposed the water there. Is that the same on all the other ones? Yes. Landing is different than getting on board. Okay. Yeah, it is a lot for video game. Like, if it was Minecraft 2, well then sure, because it's my job. But like, if it's just, you know, as a variety streamer, like, I don't bring in that much income to warrant it, you know. I say that, and at the same time, I'm you know, Lego sets are well over $100 most of the time. Canadian, for anybody wondering. Right, so the water column has to be exposed. Two, three. This is too tall, but I'm kind of messing around with different ideas. That should work. We just have to close this in. I think that looks right. Oh, it's somehow off. I don't know how I did that backwards, but we'll try this way. Oh, I see what I did. All right, fix that. All right, there's the ground floor. So we've got light, 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 and then light, and then we switch it up. One, two, three, four. That should be right. Zoom, zoom. And then we put in these little guys on the lights. Working elevator number 2. At least in a position I think it's going to be in. I don't know if I like the orange bottom or if we want to go with the andesite, because that allows us to have a nice tight line down there. The only other option would be to back this up. Be to push it back towards the outside a bit. And that wouldn't be the end of the world. And that's why I want to have a couple of elevators upstairs. We were talking yesterday about designing the top floor. And I want to know if these elevators are far enough towards the outside, or do they have to be farther? And so I feel like we were leaning gray concrete up here, weren't we? For the most part. What I need to do is put in like a layer. I need to put in a layer of stone so we can work on this a lot easier. Goonie Katie, good to see you. Hello. Munchie Chergoba? I guess that's how you say your name. Welcome in. Hope I said your name right. We are going to have a limit on the design of the ceiling below. It's going to be really tricky because we're going to have something up here because I want to have some depth in the floor. And I may have shot myself in the foot. So I kind of have to design both at the same time. I do like the idea of the concrete floor. You could use that clip as a disclaimer. Alistair used to have one for his stream whenever he was doing something Alistair-ish. He had a Minecraft sign pop up that said Alistair is just evil in Minecraft, not in real life. Yeah. Joel's an artist and really enjoys most colors, but the thing is, like, most of the things that I do don't really work well with pink, so not a lot of stuff. I've used some. I feel like I've done some work with flowers and things like that. So the elevator's in. It does sort of stick out a little bit here, doesn't it? With that window. Yeah, there needs to be something up here. Maybe some slabs or something. Not the best, but not the end of the world. We could maybe add that layer going around the whole thing. That could work. Whoops. The problem when you do stuff like this is it starts to feel like a temple instead of a command center. Certainly in case of the window. Something that Pearlescent Moon suggested when I raided her yesterday was putting glass panes in between, but I wonder if that might end up being too busy. We'll try it, but I wonder if that might end up being a little bit too much. I'm not sure if I need this orange cap. I kind of want it to go straight into the roof. Chalice Puma Sway, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. What block have I found doesn't fit in this build? Most of the woods. Most of the wood blocks are really not suited well for sci-fi. I now have 2 ways to get up to the roof. Great. I needed tough. Now I want to put in the fence. I want to try to see what this looks like purple. So how did we do it before? 1. Let's put in some stone for now. That's down elevator. I want to go up. Blue is what we normally do. Purple is what I want to test. Let's sleep too. There's a lot of wood on Star Trek. A lot of the set design and stuff has got wood. But wood planks in Minecraft don't look like polished modern wood. It looks like rustic wood. That's the main issue. That's another thing. Like anything that's cracked or textured in that way is a little bit difficult. Whoops. This might not be the best test of a purple railing. It definitely shows up against the glass. That's why I wanted to test it. I almost want to try orange. They have carpets everywhere instead of wood floors. Yeah, they've got carpets everywhere, but they also have like wood paneling on the consoles and stuff like that. Oh, I don't like, for our purposes, I don't think the glass panes are going to work. I can see how that could work in a Minecraft village or something like that, where you're trying to make the glass feel a little bit more flat, but for this, I don't think that's going to work. That's good. That's just a lot of work that I don't have to do. Just going to try a couple of these. Even in the middle of the day, it's still quite dark here on the bottom floor. We're going to have to figure out how to get more light down here. Because this is all purple. I feel like I had purple in line for the energy, but then blue in line for like force fields and displays. I think I like the purple better. Yeah. Especially with the blue glass behind it. I mean, I'm going off memory, Chalice, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that I remember there being some wood. There's certainly some wood tones. I mean, it was designed in the 80s, so I feel like there's usually stuff like that. Of course I don't have enough. Oops. Old Nintendo. Happy Friday Eve. Wow, someone's excited. It's 9:49 a.m. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I think I like the purple better than the blue. I mean, the blue shows up better against the tough. The purple tends to disappear a little bit. But the purple then shows up better here. I think I like the window. Like, I think I'm gonna have windows in all of them now. I feel like that looks sturdy enough. It doesn't look like it's a weak point in the structure. These feel really barren right now, so I feel like we might have to put some lights or something up there. And I guess I need some white concrete to finish that up. Ooh, made it. Not crazy about the white concrete and the diorite. We're probably gonna have to cover that up somehow. So I should get some, I guess, some diorite slabs. Old Nintendo, you like the purple? Nice. Oh, thanks, Sandy. I'm glad that you like the Citadel Cafe. I'm currently editing the next episode. It's on the way. It's just been slow going. There's a whole Reddit post on wood on the Enterprise Z, so yeah, you might be right. Yeah. I'm pretty good visually. My visual memory is pretty solid for design stuff. What other games do I play? Uh, right now, what is on my list? I'm playing. Oh, help me out, Sandy. We were talking about it the other day. It's an acronym. Something in orbit. MIO? M-I-O? That's a fun little platformer action game. I guess it's kind of like a Metroidvania, which is not my favorite. What else? What else? I haven't finished South of Midnight, but I want to. That might not be the best way to do that. What if we brought it all out at a pretty even layer here? Yeah. I think I like that better. Still exposes the concrete though. That probably has to be a different color. I can see that actually being deep slate. And I think I need more height difference between these ones. I'm trying to mimic that angle there. Yeah, definitely more depth works. Modulus was another game that I played. Yep. Yeah. Mio. Really good. Memories in Orbit. Thank you, Sandy. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I played that back in the day, but I've not played Mass Effect since my first time through it. I've not played Terraria. I tend to play games that are not pixelated. I'm okay with simple graphics, but the pixel art stuff, I get a lot of that from Minecraft. So I don't tend to do pixel art stuff. Not that it's not never. Core Keeper was something I really enjoyed, but ultimately I feel like I burn out on the low graphics. When I play something that's not Minecraft, I kind of want to play something that's new. I played a little bit of Avowed recently. I've also put some time in on games like Forza Horizon 5. South of Midnight is really good. What other games have I downloaded recently? I would really like to get back into playing something like Oxygen Not Included on stream. Modulus is coming out. Actually, stay tuned for that. I might have some news about Modulus in terms of the launch. And then, what else am I playing right now? Like, I don't have a lot of time to game, and I also feel like the adult in me kind of says, like, you've had enough game time today because you streamed for 2 hours, you know? Speaking of time, though, Sandy is reminding me that it's time for a break, and I should go. I guess we'll go inside. Cool. Folks, if you're new, I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to refresh the coffee, grab a snack. You can grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. We're always trying to grow the channel, and it's free to just try and spread the word and bring in more eyeballs. And the more people that watch, the better that I do on Twitch, and the more often I can do this and the longer I can stream. So I appreciate it. I will be right back. All right. I was thinking about some other games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is one that I've played and liked but haven't finished. I really liked Black Flag back in the day, and I did finish that one. What else? I own Witcher 3, but I haven't played it yet. No Man's Sky is something I've put a lot of time into. And I feel like there's one more that I had on my mind. You know, I can probably just bring up my play history. Isn't there like a Game Pass thing? Minecraft Dungeons. I like Minecraft Dungeons, so I'm excited for Dungeons 2. I feel like, yeah, Xbox is gonna have like a play history thing for Game Pass. Ask me questions. I just want to see my history. Minecraft Launcher. Enshrouded was okay. High on Life 2 wasn't great. The controls were really bad. I played a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy, and that was good. I didn't anywhere near finish it. I only just started it. It's such a huge game. But it's a really good chill game. Borderlands 3. I really like Borderlands 3. I tried Hollow Knight. Silksong wasn't my favorite. Really like Grounded 2. That was a fun thing to mess around with on the couch. What else have I played that I liked? that's kind of it right now. That's on the couch. I think out of all the Xbox games that I have the most hours in Borderlands 3 and Forza. I'm really excited for the new Forza. I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. I've just lost my chat room. Where did OBS go? There it is. Weird. Sorry for the weird pause, folks. I'm just like I can't see or talk to anybody. What's going on? Can't keep up with the list of games. No, I'm sure people can find them. Sandy, thanks very much. Appreciate the effort. All right, what was I going to do next? Right, I think I have to look at the outside. I also think that that white concrete is going to be put all the way down. Yeah, we were working on the downstairs outside. I like these. I think this is a neat idea. I wonder if I need the bottom part. Yeah, it feels more sturdy with the bottom part. I want to see what one of these columns looks like if it's not diorite. Yeah, that's a better contrast between the white and the deep slate. Although, no, you still see the white between the windows, and then this feels like it's part of the window, which is cool. I think that might be better. Although then we have to figure out what's happening with this. I think this is going to be stone, similar to this. And I think they have to be thinner. Because the grid is very distracting. All right, let's go get some stone. We'll try to commit to a couple of these ideas. I don't think I need tough walls. I do need to go get some more concrete, though. Nope, I need... Oh. Still haven't replaced my concrete maker either. Sleepy Short Adventures fun, about 1.5 hours of total gameplay. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to think about what other things are on my wish list. There's a new retro He-Man game coming out. And that's on my wish list. I think that comes out the day before my birthday. What else? Modulus is on my wish list. Kiora is on my wish list. I never did pick up Dispatch. What other games are on my wish list? There's a couple that are just like, maybe I'll buy them, maybe I won't. Light No Fire is high on the list. I really want to try that, but like, who knows when that's coming out. One more? Yep. Dead Cells is great. I don't particularly like roguelikes. Anything like that is just not my... I don't like precision gaming. That's not my favorite. Which is weird because I like racing games. But like, I can lose 2 hours in Forza not racing at all. Like, I'll just drive around. Such a pretty game. Really looking forward to the one in Japan. I think that's 6, Horizon 6. Yep. That obviously has to be thicker. Hmm. 2 looks better. And then that top one doesn't feel sturdy enough, so maybe then this has to be thicker. A lot of stairs. Hmm. think the solution is slabs, probably. Yeah, that feels better than that. Have you played Art of Rally, and have you seen the previews for their Over the Hill open world off-road game coming this year? No. No, and it's funny, like I'm not a big off-road person. Like I like just the racing in general. Most of it's the scenery, to be honest. All right, let's remove this. Stuff is going to look good from one side, but not the other. That's not bad. I think I like this one better. All right, so in total, I think this is, this is now an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Same thing over here. Oh, we're going to need some mycelium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3. All the stone is required. Man, that stone is gone now too. Jeez. I don't know if I'm going to keep these or if we're going to eventually fill them in. What did I do over there? Is it just a straight slab or block? Just a solid block. I'm just going to go halfway. I just want to have it symmetrical for this view. Well, I guess I should fill it in. One, two, three. Guess that should be solid 2 blocks, shouldn't it? Sometimes it's nice when you're testing things out to just add something, but it's such an easy build. You know, it's nice not to be bouncing back and forth and checking measurements and just like, this is pretty straightforward. Munchie, thanks for the follow. I'm not sure if I got that. Nintendo Entertainment System or Sears Video Arcade? I had a Nintendo Entertainment System. That's what's similar about the He-Man one that's coming out. It's very much a Double Dragon type deal, which is cool. See, I don't know if I like these layers. feel like this almost has to go back far enough to then connect to this. Plus I want to have some sort of energy thing here, which I don't think I've roughed in. No. I like that, like I know it's not the right position, but I like the idea of having some sort of energy thing going down to the ground. I want to do the same thing over here. I feel like it would start about there. I wonder if I can do something with copper bulbs. Can you... Torch towers only go up, right? You can't have a torch tower going down. You can do torch tower down if you include redstone dust. Okay. Maybe I'll just make it out of frog lights for now. Yeah, I want it to kind of start here and go down. And I think we'll remove this section. I say remove, we're going to just lower it. Yeah, this is tricky to think of, but I'm wondering if... Oh, that's the wrong spot. Here. Is that really the middle? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll just try it here. I'd say maybe about that spot for the lights. Try a couple different colors here. You know what? We might have to do it on with the orange. Like, I think one of the things I like about it is the contrast. It also ties in these orange stripes. And then what would we encase it in? I guess more of the same kind of concrete or terracotta. Part of the appeal, I think, is the color. I think I need to cover up the stuff behind it too. It's kind of distracting. I keep on running out of stuff. Oh, I don't have the... Get rid of this. So I need more stone. What am I not using right now? I don't think I'm really needing 2 stacks of that. Get rid of that. Oh, I don't need all of this concrete. I can put down a couple different. There we go. Ms. Mist, hello, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, I do kind of like that. I never thought we're going to get sunbeams going straight through the whole thing. That's going to be cool. I really, you know what? We're going to cover this up. I've got a funny feeling. I mean, if I chose any of those, it would be the darker one. So this one will we'll try orange. Actually, you know what? I want to go up there anyway. The column. So let's do orange. And I guess we'll do it here. Yeah, it's definitely, it needs to be a warm color, I think. I think it needs to be a warm color. Everything on the inside is so purple and white. I feel like having some warmer pops outside is good. I'm trying not to go too overboard with the palette. Like, I don't want it to be too complicated. Playing some 26.1. Right on, Ms. Miss. What do you think so far? Lowering the cute animals. That's a tough call. I definitely want to see it in the daylight. I definitely want to see it in context with the other materials. So maybe we'll throw some diorite in there too. Before I sleep, I want to Take a look at this lit up. I'm almost leaning more cyan than gray. Definitely not the black. Just going for diamond armor. Oh, you started over again? I like this angle here. I think that's working. I know that I want to take this angle here and move it up. I feel like this feels too flimsy to be a support for this. I feel like this angle has to be somewhere around here. Much higher up. And if that's there, then an angle here would feel like a continuation of that, if that makes sense. I like echoing shapes in my designs. I don't know. I kind of like the orange. I kind of like the orange. What do you think, chat? I feel like I have a redstone thing already up there. Or it's in my ender chest. Not enough observers. I feel like there's already redstone up there, but we'll bring it anyway. Yeah, there's one up here. All right, now there's two. I'll probably lean more torches than not. I'm just thinking now that if we use the orange, then that's going to match better with the copper bulbs. Yeah, I like the orange. Go with that. Maybe we do it double-sided. Because that matches really well. Such a fun noise. So then if I wanted to have these lit up from the top to the bottom, we'd have to have a certain mechanism in here. And we've got the room for it, I think. Because there's a space here. Right. I could do this. Oh, but that doesn't do. We have to do slabs, probably, to bring the thing down. I think these have to be slabs. That doesn't travel. But if these are full blocks, then... Oh, okay. That might work. Maybe. Okay. So we'll have to turn a couple of these on. That doesn't affect the one above it. I thought it did. Stream has reached 2 hours. Thanks. Glass blocks. Redstone dust connects with glass blocks. Yeah, that's true. Don't have any glass. I just don't know if I can get this to go from top to bottom. Well, first let's just look to see if we like them lit up. Because I like the frog lights. Oh, You know what? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if we're going to be able to use copper bulbs. Don't like the little red dot, and I always forget about the framing on them. And then we've also got the glass panes that we've used in the past. It's a decent proof of concept, at any rate. Maybe not that. I forgot that it connects. The idea is that I like the look of having some sort of like light thing in these corners. You can see just from this angle, like this is one that we've covered up, and this is one that we're trying to expose and have lights, and I think this is way more interesting and cool. I don't know how to resolve the transition there, but we can probably figure it out. And there's a good comparison between the orange and the yellow. You know what? I think I need to try to push it higher. It might have to go up higher. Maybe we can actually... One of the things that I have an issue with is this diorite up against the white concrete. I wonder if we could push this back and higher and like really have it almost butt up against this and use that as the contrast. I just don't know what that looks like from the inside, whether having lights right here would be weird. Nope, that's not the way in. You might not be able to see it very well. That might actually work. I'm actually not sure if I like a simple 2 wide light column or if I like a 4 wide light column. I feel like that might be too much. We're gonna have to play with a couple of different versions to see what we like. Cool. Well, it's nice to kind of throw some spaghetti at the wall and see what's up. So we added an elevator to this floor and really kind of finished off the look of what will be, I think, several windows. We're going to do the same thing on these sides, I think. I'm still teetering on the purple energy railings as opposed to the blue ones. It does feel like a lot of purple, so I don't know, we might have to stick with the blue. I'm not sure about this resolution yet either. I think a lot of this is going to depend on what we do on the ceiling. And then what we do on the ceiling is going to depend on what's happening up here. I'm really hoping that I haven't given myself too small a space here. Because if I want to do stuff like this in the floor, it really limits what we can do with the ceiling in those areas. So, but if I limit that to just in front of the door, that leaves these wedges to do some decoration in. So we might be able to do just like surface patterning, stuff like this up here. And then the big swing today was trying to figure out what to do on the outside with this section. I do like these. I don't know if we're going to keep them open like this or if we're going to fill them in solid, but I do like the extension of the base. I feel like if we look at this compared to the concept art, it feels a little bit wider. I mean, obviously the concept art is much, much wider. But if we look at that, and you think about that compared to the other side, I feel like the other side feels a little bit too cantilevered, like it doesn't feel as sturdy. It's not bad. It's one of those things that it might be good to take a couple of screenshots and compare them. You know, I do like the hollowness of it. It reminds me a little bit of like mid-century modern / industrial architecture. I was also thinking that if we extended these and they were solid, we might actually take this line and push it out farther. So it feels like it's more of a sturdy undercarriage. But it might not need it. I don't know. The lights are still out over the edge, so that's still okay with me. But I think it's a cool way to add some depth without going crazy. I may want to make these thinner here to reveal more of the lights and not have such a close overlap. But I like having that shape overlap. I think that's cool. Yeah, it might be worth it to just knock these back by a block. Cool. Good progress. Try pink. It's almost purple. See aforementioned clip from earlier today. Let's see who's live so I can toss you to someone playing Minecraft. That's not the right page. We've got, oh, Pixelriffs is live. Doing the tiny takeover on a Thursday. Let's send you all over to Pix. Pix is doing some Minecraft survival guide. Yeah, looks like Minecraft survival guide. Fantastic. That lines up very well. Folks, if you're not aware, Pixelriffs is my co-host on the Spun-Chunks podcast. We have a brand new episode out as of Tuesday this week. We talked about the Tiny Takeover launch, and we also talked about the upcoming 26.2, which is Chaos Cubed, and the new features that are announced on Minecraft Live this week. So it was a really fun conversation. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a free podcast all about Minecraft every week. Normally it's out on Mondays, so we will be recording a new episode on Monday. And that's going to be an email episode. We also have episode 400 coming up. So if you'd like to email us for episode 400, it's an all email show. It does not have to be Minecraft. It can be any question you want to ask Pix or I. And please keep them short because we want to try to include as many emails as possible. And if you want some context, check out episode 300 because we did the same thing 100 episodes ago. And it's super fun. I think that we'll have a good time with it. But you can send that to spawnchunkmail@gmail.com. Make sure you put EP400 in the subject line so that we can organize them and get them ready. Tip of my hat to the Rainbow Cosmic Sheep of Doom that does the email organizing for that event. I very much appreciate it. You can also follow me on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find, and Patreon. If you'd like to support the stream, it's $2 a month, and you get access to the Discord. You really do a long way helping me stream. And it keeps things consistent and allows me to do this every day. So I like hanging out with you. I hope you like hanging out with me too. And hopefully we'll see more of you here in the future. Check out Joel Duggan VODs if you want to catch up on the builds, and enjoy Pixorfs. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.